Star vs. the Forces of Evil may be one of the best kids shows ever, but it has a ton of jokes that are definitely inappropriate. Check out these 10 jokes that were totally not meant for kids. Watch until the end to find out which character said she wanted to make some magic with her crush. Now that's what we call forward.
I got what you need.
Adult novels. Mina Loveberry is one crazy character. She's got some cool magical abilities, but she is totally weird. She goes dumpster diving and thinks living on Earth is like being in the wild, but Mina is still a woman. And she has a very adult hobby. In Monster Bash, Marco discovers her stash of books. And let's just say, Mina is definitely not reading young adult novels. She's reading a certain genre of romance that is just for adults. There's a book called Secret Husband. Another one is called A Night to Remember. And we have a feeling that night is memorable for a very inappropriate reason. There's also 30 Shades of Magic. That's definitely a reference to a very mature series of books and movies about the color gray.
She can't handle it.
Your mother. This next adult joke is from the very first episode. Marco isn't too pleased to meet Ponyhead at first. He's jealous. But Marco isn't the best at insults. Or is he? When Ponyhead and Marco start playing a sword fighting game, they trash talk each other.
You're going down, Downer!
Oh yeah? Well, your mother's a horse.
Ponyhead is all like, duh. Of course Ponyhead's mom is a horse, or at least the head of a horse. But Marco definitely did not mean a real horse. He was calling Ponyhead's mom a mean word that sounds a lot like a horse. Come on, Marco. Why did you have to resort to your mom jokes? Not cool. Royal Bed. Mime Girl is one creepy character. We meet her in the episode King Ludo. Mime Girl has a really disturbing habit. She likes to sneak into King Ludo's bed and sleep, but it sure seems like she was doing more than sleeping.
And sleep in his royal bed. She was miming that we sleep in his royal bed.
As one Reddit user said, do you typically bounce up and down with a happy expression on your face when you sleep? Nope. This makes Mime Girl even creepier. Subtle, Disney. Real subtle. What parents do. Mr. and Mrs. Diaz love each other a lot. There aren't any cartoon couples that are as affectionate as they are, and they have definitely found a way to keep the romance alive. But they really need to work on boundaries and privacy. In Storm the Castle, Marco's parents are on the couch. They are under some blankets, and they are making weird noises. Ew! They told Star
We were just looking at Raphael's old book of medical illustrations.
that definitely did not belong in a kid's show. Hot tub. Oh man, Mr. and Mrs. Diaz give us lots of inappropriate moments. Let's look at the time Star took them on vacation. That whole episode was really dark and had some deep messages about tourists visiting other countries. But the really adult part was in the hot tub scene. Marco and Star find Marco's parents totally naked in the hot tub. If that isn't bad enough for a kid's show, it gets worse. Mr. Diaz asks King Butterfly if he cares for a dip. Yep, they asked Star's dad to join them in the hot tub where they aren't wearing clothes. How did that joke make it into a Disney show? The Flasher. Diaz's family vacation has so many mature moments, and this next one is just gross. Mr. and Mrs. Diaz are enjoying all the sights and taking lots of pictures. Of course, all they are seeing are starving people and orphans. Then a creepy guy comes out of nowhere. He opens a blanket that was wrapped around him and says that he has what they need. Mr. and Mrs. Diaz gasp at first and start taking pictures. This guy is definitely supposed to be like a flasher wearing a trench coat. That's a crime, dude. Think that's inappropriate? Keep watching for the most adult joke in the show. Jelly Bean Hallucination. Sometimes the adult jokes in Star vs. the Forces of Evil are about illicit substances. This next joke is one of those times. And it's just really not a good idea for a kid's show. Star hits Buff Frog with a jelly bean.
What is happening?
He talks slower, like he's under the influence of something. Substances that make you hallucinate are seriously bad news. But that is definitely what they were referencing in this scene. Tentacle Arm. In Monster Arm, Marco gets hit with a spell. It turns one of his arms into a giant tentacle. Marco is upset at first until he starts getting attention from girls. These girls are swooning over his weird tentacle. One even asks if the arm can be her boyfriend. We're pretty sure that this is a really inappropriate joke. These girls don't just want to go to dinner and a movie with Marco's arm. they have other very adult things on their mind. That is something we would never expect to see on a cartoon for kids. Star's bedroom. In Blood Moon Ball, Tom invites Star to the demon prom, but Marco isn't so sure of Tom's motives. He worries about Star and wants to go with her, and he's also a little jealous. While Star is at the prom, Marco goes into Star's bedroom. He says he will have his own Blood Moon Ball in Star's bedroom, where it's always fun. Huh? What does he mean by Star's bedroom always being fun? We are pretty sure he is implying that some very inappropriate things happen in Star's room. And we aren't talking about fighting monsters if you know what we mean. Make some magic. This last joke is so obvious. We were shocked when we saw this one. Everyone knows Jana has a huge crush on Marco. But in Mew Birdie, she takes her flirting to the next level. Marco is looking for Star's magic book to help her with Mew Birdie. He finds it at school, and Jana is there. Jana puts her arm around him and says,
Let's make some magic with it.
"Wow, we cannot believe that she said that." Any adult can tell you that she is not talking about magic spells. She's talking about something kids can't even comprehend yet. It's just so obvious, and they are just young teens. Keep it together, Jana. What is your favorite episode of Star versus the Forces of Evil? Let us know in the comments. Give this video a big thumbs up if you love this magical show. For more videos like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on The Things.